What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. Today we're going to be talking about a very special fragrance. This is a fragrance that came out last year in 2018 from the house of Roja Parfums. This is a little travel atomizer that I was sent from the company, and this is their newest release, at least as of 2018, and it's entitled Chypre Extraordinaire. Chypre. I don't know how to say that in French, I apologize. It is a Chypre, as you could tell from the name. This is Roja Dove's take on this genre, which is a very old genre of fragrances. I think it might be the oldest. Now, one of the hallmark notes of the Chypre genre is oak moss or moss, a moss accord, but typically oak moss is used. As you may know, oak moss is almost outlawed in perfumery right now, but Roja Dove actually found a way to use it by extracting very particular molecules that made the oak moss okay to use and made it, authorized to use under regulations. So it is, I guess, technically still in this one, but not in its original form. What you're going to get with this fragrance, let me just give a spray. First of all, I'll say that this stuff is powerful. Before I even took the cap off, I can already smell it in the air, and I haven't even sprayed it. Now I'm really smelling it. This stuff is strong. I'm gonna put this on paper. Okay, so what you get off the top, I get quite a bit of aldehydes, a little bit of bergamot, and quite a bit of tuberose. So you get this kind of powdery, almost carnal scent from the tuberose, but it's a little fresh with the bergamot and the aldehydes. So it's a nice balance at the top. Very, very elegant. And there's a sweetness to it, almost a rosiness to it. There's a ton of notes in this fragrance, and I don't remember all of them. I mean, a ton of notes, as with many of Roja Dove's fragrances, which means that it has a greater opportunity to be different on different people. It has some high complexity to it. There's so much in here. Tons of floral notes, tons of fruity notes. The fruity notes are probably my favorite part about this fragrance, which comes out later. You got peach, maybe you got plum, you have black currant. Some of the floral notes, jasmine, ylang ylang. You have geranium in there. You have rose, which I do detect. You get some orange blossom. Again, a lot going on here. It does have a pretty heavy base. You got like benzoin, I think you even have civet, you have cumin, you have leather, sandalwood, vanilla, musk, and even an amber accord, in addition to the oak moss, which I believe is in the base. So this is a heady fragrance. It has a very soft and kind of sweet heart, and it really dries down to kind of a rich and woody, a little bit sweet and resinous, but definitely mossy green scent. Very powerful. On my skin, lasts all day. Like, we're talking up to 24 hours. It's gonna last on the skin, and that's with one spray from this little travel atomizer. So all in all, I really, really enjoy this fragrance. I like the smell of it. It comes off very elegant and very likable, also very unisex, so keep that in mind. But I think a man or a woman could pull this off easily. Very, very well balanced scent for sure. It has a little bit of everything for everyone. It has some freshness, it has some fruity nuances with some florals, it has some woods and some sweetness and some resin. So a little bit of everything in there. But it all ties together to a very kind of particular and clear fragrance profile. Very, very pleasant, I do have to say. Now, we have to talk about the most important thing with this fragrance, and that is the price. So, just to let you know, this 7.5 milliliter travel atomizer is going to run you $145 retail. Moment of silence for that. Yeah, you might be wondering, well, how about a full bottle, a 100 milliliter bottle? I have never seen a fragrance this expensive, at least in my lifetime. and my time in the fragrance community, we're talking $1,835 retail for a 100 milliliter bottle. Almost $1,900 for perfume. Now, it is a luxury house. If you don't know about the House of Roja Dove, we're talking about some of the highest quality ingredients, allegedly. But if you smell his fragrances, honestly, I would have to agree. Really, really high quality stuff, very elegant. I think most people would consider worth the price. But this price, I don't know about that. So the question is this fragrance worth the money? Well, I'm going to say yes and no. I'm going to say yes because it is a very nice scent, and if you have the money and you love the fragrance, then might as well buy it, I guess. If you can afford it and you love it, you absolutely are enamored with this scent, yeah, I think it's a great buy. Go for it. Buy what you love if you have it to spend. But I do think you do not need this fragrance to smell this good. It smells good, but you don't need this kind of money. You don't need to spend this kind of money to smell this good. There's plenty of other options that you could wear, and they don't even necessarily have to smell just like this. The closest thing that comes to mind, and this is not even really in the same genre, but it does have some similarities, would be Creed's Vetiver Geranium. Now that's what I would call middle tier luxury in comparison to this. Even though we're talking Creed, I think a bottle of that runs between $100 and $200. Still not cheap, but a whole lot cheaper than this for that similar kind of feel that you would get out of this cheaper extraordinaire. I am very particular about what fragrances I pick up as a bottle. I'm not gonna just go out and get anything that I don't love and that I don't wear. I gotta wear it, otherwise I'm not having it anymore. And when it comes to money, oof, I would not buy this fragrance outright. I really enjoy it, but I would not spend the money that they're asking for it. Again, there's other things you can spend your money on for less money and smell just as good. You know, this is just my opinion. You know, everyone's got one. So here's mine. You can do whatever you want with it. I would recommend maybe trying to smell it if you can, because why not smell everything, you know? If you can get into a store where they have it, where you can spray it on paper, on your skin, that's great. I would say this is a hard one to sample, because even picking up the travel atomizer is about the cost of a full bottle of any other niche fragrance. So, you know, do with that what you will. But at least I would recommend checking it out if you can. If you don't have to spend money to do so, or if you can get a small little sample, maybe check that out. I'll see if I can find any links to some smaller samples of decants, and I'll leave it down below. I'll see what I can do. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you smelled this fragrance, let me know what you think. Would love to know, would love to have a conversation about it. Peace. I'll see you guys on the next one.